Hello. So every single time when World of Darkness people want to start releasing new books or something, they release little interactive things that you can just do for fun. And for me, they're about as important as to know what type of M&M you are, but if you didn't know what type of M&M you are, how do you know which type of M&M to empathize and which one to not eat? Therefore, yes, I would like to know what is my Barbie surname, what type of M&M I am, what kind of cloud would I be, and consequently, what is your Werewolf the Apocalypse persona? I have no idea. I never intended playing it, but do I want to find out? Of course I want to find out. You know, something was wrong even before you first change. You could taste the poison in the air and the chemicals on the streets and sidewalks. Are you allergic to something, my dude? Because that kind of sounds like either hypersensitivity or allergies, both of which suck. It was an alienating experience. None of your friends cared quite so much. A lot of your friends really ruined their sense of smell and taste after a while. Did you just get into the delightful place of not being able to smell or taste anything, which is perfect. It just didn't bother them the same. Then came the first change and your horror at the realization of what you were. A werewolf, a garrow, or in World of Darkness rules, more like a shapeshifter because you're not beholden to the moon, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, which is very convenient. You fall into a long-awaited slumber. What would you want your dream to be like? Insightful and enlightening, taking you on a journey of learning more about yourself and the world around you, challenging and action-packed, with you right in the center, fighting a group of baddies and emerging victorious sounds like a relaxing dream to have, inspiring and exciting, with a story that will stick past awakening, allowing you to share it with others, balanced and calming, allowing you to rest your thoughts and regenerate before the next day you need it. Weird and funny, with a famous politician you dislike walking through your street wearing something stupid, making a fool of themselves in public as you enjoyed the view. As far as dreams go, I'll honestly take absolutely any, maybe outside of being action-packed, but then again, you're in a dream, so it's fine. The real me would shit my pants at anything action-packed, so definitely not, but the dream me doesn't care. I most often just dream about things that kind of concern my day-to-day life, or sometimes I get really lewd dreams, and those are weird but better than things that concern my day-to-day life. For example, I've been fixing my teeth. Do you know what kind of things I've been dreaming about? Dentists, because that's definitely super exciting. What's even worse is that I dreamt that all my teeth were crowns, and all of the crowns fell off at the same time, and that is a horror in both financial sense and in the all I have are stumps that don't work as teeth sense. So maybe I'll go with balance and calming because peace is nice. Peace is really nice. The dream has finally come. Oh, I didn't know that I had to wait on my peace dream. Spreading in front of you is an unknown forest and sea of endless possibilities. You can do anything. It's your dream after all. What do you do? Claim the forest as your own. Make it a welcoming home to everyone who respects it. This space is your shelter now. It's just like you're just sitting on a little stump somewhere going, I am druid. I identify as mushroom. Do not touch the plant. Find paths, shortcuts, and points of interest. Run around acclimating yourself to a new place like this is some sort of weird video game. Like, am I gonna go and look for vistas too? You listen carefully, becoming aware of any sounds in the area. Once you hear something odd, you pursue it. Probably a bad idea. Find out the reason why you're here. What does the forest represent? Dreams often have second meanings after all. Find whatever is wrong with this place and fix it. There must be something wrong with it, right? This is not exactly your space. What does one do in a forest? Do you even have any camping gear with you? You check your pockets for a phone to make sure location tracking is working at least. I get lost often, but I mean, this is a dream, so let's just figure out what does the forest represent. Though normally this kind of braining you would do after the dream has happened, it would be really weird to be lucid dreaming and going, what does this place mean? In your exploration of forest, you find many points of interest you stop by. Dreams don't last forever and you have to prioritize which places capture your attention the most. Hunter's cabin, seemingly easy to break into. An abandoned farm with overgrown cops now taking over the man made establishment. A radio tower with electric lights shining from the top, seemingly still operational. A narrow river flowing through the forest, once clean, now seemingly poisoned by some waste left up the stream. A wounded oak tree. That looks a lot like one tree that I keep on walking past on my walks, except not quite so menacing. I mean, it is a willow tree and it is in like this little island surrounded by a river, and recently it flooded and it flooded all the way up to the willow tree, which was quite cool. And now the flooding's subsiding, so I can almost see the island again. I love that willow tree. But anyway, cut almost in half with a saw still stuck inside, radiating its surfering to everything surrounding it. A hole in the ground leads to a labyrinth of underground tunnels. Invisible from the outside, that would be very scary. I'm not up for spelunking. The top of the hill from which the most of the forest is visible. Ruins of an ancient temple with soft, droning sound coming from within. A ritual site where something terrible has happened, judging by the animal corpses scattered in the area. A spirit-possessed willow tree that promises to grant you intimidating power in exchange for a seemingly simple task. A gravesite of those that came before you, with their titles and stories and achievements engraved on mossy stones. This is supposed to be a relaxing dream. And I hate the faux environmentalist things of like, nature is suffering. This is my dream. Fuck off with that. We're going to the radio tower. We're going to the top of the hill because that looks really, really pretty. And you know what? Maybe we'll visit the droning ancient temple too. It seems like a good time. Getting to one of these locations turns out to be tricky. The road leads you to a tall rock that would force you to climb in a dangerously exposed area. How do you get there? You plan a strategic approach to climb, ensuring your safety first and foremost. However you do it, your approach is cunning and inventive. Maybe you can use a makeshift rope or climb the nearby tree for easy jump. You check the alternative routes and pick the one that is most pleasing to the eye. You go the long way around. It's all about the journey, not the destination. You charge with no hesitation, immediately starting to climb. I'm not that smart. I wouldn't figure out solutions. I'll just take the nice pathway, you know? Like, who cares if it takes me longer? It's my dream. I do whatever I want. In this dream world, you notice yourself changing. Power flows from within you, making you almost supernaturally good at something you always wanted to be good at. What is it? You notice so much more. All the little things others overlooked, small wonders under every rock and tree trunk, secrets hidden inside the caves. You become athletic, agile, and sneaky. You jump through the forest like a deer, climb the trees like a squirrel, and hunt your prey like a wolf. You're not afraid of those who have power over you anymore. Whether it's a huge bear charging at you or a hunter pointing his rifle right at you, you can easily outwit them and take them down. No more fear. It's like you suddenly became the friend of the forest. You can understand what animals around you feel, they approach you with no fear. Even predators respect your presence, leaving you alone. Guess what? You found that phone of yours, then perfectly tracked your current location and mapped the clearest track to the nearest asphalt road where you can get picked up by a taxi. All that without internet connection somehow. I do like the idea of animals coming to me because you have no idea how hard it is to take pictures of foxes and deer and all the other things I found in my area because they're just so terrified of people. Um, Bees are really easy to photograph, especially bumblebees, and they're like the most delightful thing. But at the same time, I'm so bad at moving that most of what I do in my day to day is walk. Or sometimes when I'm feeling extra sick, it's wobble. To have the freedom to just whoosh through the forest like you're part of it, that would honestly be a very liberating and dreamlike experience. So I'm gonna go with the athletics thing. Your dream suddenly turns into a nightmare with a terrifying monster appearing right in front of you. Something about what it tells you seems to be very personal and pointed. It says, no one will ever respect you, listen to you, fear you. You're pathetic. Everything you touch will wither, everything you build will break. All your efforts to create something on your own are useless. This world belongs to the rich and powerful. Only those who are willing to break the rules get what they want. Your justice matters not. Weaklings like you will perish. Your journey is pointless. Your pursuit is futile. Whatever you're chasing in life is not achievable. Give up now. You think you can make real change? Leave a mark? Make the world a better place? You're a fool. None of your efforts matter and your legacy will die with you. You think you're smart, don't you? That you know more than anyone else? You know nothing. Your mind is incapable of perceiving the truth. Is it sad that I'm kind of completely okay with all of these and that at some point I had to accept similar statements from multiple people? I'm okay with knowing nothing. I mean, I have memory problems. I'm just enjoying my life. I'm not trying to leave a mark. I pursue stability. That's my one pursuit, and I'm pretty sure that it is not pointless. I pursue stability and peace of mind. This world belongs who it belongs to does not concern me at all. Literally at all. Like, you could have Barry Smith climb a hill and put down his flag, and who gives a shit, Barry? I'm still gonna go there and pick my berries whenever I like to. You can claim that the hill is yours, that's cool for you. You know, you can have newspapers report around you and oh, whoever hitched up with it doesn't matter at all. And yes, everything you touch will wither and everything you create will fade. That is the time stream in general. Nothing lasts forever. And does it matter if no one listens to or respects you? You're on a journey for yourself. I suppose I'm gonna go with your journey is pointless, but I'm just gonna look at the person like they're crazy if somebody told me, like, you can't achieve stability, give up now. Well, no, John, go away. What the fuck are you on about? To be fair, I had that, like, recently. I had even people telling me things like, your subscription to your spirituality has been cancelled, says moi. My spirits told me that you cannot be spiritual. Well, good for you, Mary. Go on your own way and fuck off. Like, why are you telling me this? What's the point? How do you attempt to fight your opponent? In a physical encounter, may the best one win. As it happens to be, you're not half bad at it. Well, now that I have supernatural athletic powers, maybe I'm not. You're definitely not a fighter, more of a talker. Maybe you can bore it to death with a story. That worked more than once. Depends. Is it big? Does it look like it moves slowly? Is there anything around that might help you? Does it look like the creature has any big weakness you can use? By attempting to unearth its motivations and its very nature. Maybe once you get to the bottom of it, fight won't be needed in the first place. You're open to negotiating. You question its existence. It's a dream after all. What can it do to you? Let's ignore that we're very aware that it's a dream. Let's just question what it is. Why is it? And what does it do? It doesn't look like it's being aggressive. It's just mocking me, which is whatever. The way you're chosen hasn't done the trick. The monster forces you to run and seek shelter. Oh no, the philosophical monster that keeps on yelling at me that I won't turn out to be anything. Your mind offers you solace in the form of a place that speaks of safety and comfort. This place is your office, together with your laptop and everything else you need to sit down and plan your next move. It is very cozy. I do like the space that I'm in right now. The dark alley in the city, you know, a shortcut you took many times. Not many people know of its existence. All dark alleys would definitely spook me. A cozy cafe you used to organize friendly gatherings at. Other people spook me. I will never feel comfortable in like a public place. Atop of a mountain with a magnificent view. I'm pretty sure I will be short of breath because of that height and the thickness of the air, and the wind would be blowing really much because it's kind of high up. I don't like it. A library full of ancient tomes of forgotten knowledge. I don't know of any such place, but it does sound quite interesting. My question is it public? If it is, I don't want to be there. A place in the forest, a little nook below an ancient tree you can squeeze into. I do really like my forests, but I don't like squeezing into nooks, so off to my office I go. To your surprise, your friends arrive at a place you rest, giving you the courage and motivation to fight back. That would be a really weird bunch. Which descriptions fit the group the most? They're wild and loud? Absolutely not. They're cool kids? Absolutely not. They're definitely not the cool kids, yes. They're a jolly bunch. Just because they don't smile much doesn't mean that they're useless. What? Why would that imply being useless? You mostly hang out online, definitely. They're all over the place at times. They've all been through some shit. They're extremely smart and inspiring. They're the type that will all never settle. They keep on questioning everything at times. You know what? Out of the remaining ones, I'm gonna go, they've been through some shit, because everyone that I know has been through some shit. Like, no one has had just normal, regular lives. What is the role you play among your friends? You're the storyteller for sure. Remember when we... No. I don't remember when we... Please remind me. You're often the mediator, solving conflicts within the group. If we had conflicts, it wouldn't be a group. You're the one who drives them forward, picking things to do and places to go. I do neither. You sometimes get on everyone's nerves, but you make them laugh just as often. I hope not. You're the quiet type enjoying the company, but rather watching than actively participating in things that they come up with. I do often participate. I'm gonna say that I drive things forward, but it's more like sending messages with like, "Hey, I found some really cool shit. Would you like to see pictures of like the forests?" But at the same time, my friends respond in the same way. One day I wake up messages with, "I baked bread. Would you like to see bread?" But it really, fits nor here nor there. Like, there wasn't really a statement that would describe it. I prefer to be surrounded by others rather than spending time alone. I'm not gonna give it a 0, because I'm not a complete recluse. I am married and everything. I do get lonely sometimes, but most of the time, very reclusive. My legacy and reputation are very important to me. I care about what I write and the books that I produce and the content that I make. Um, but I assume that this will really fade very, very fast once I'm dead. It's not like I'm famous or anything, so it's important what I do. Well, rather, it is important to me, the things that I produce and make and do, but I don't expect them to survive, so I guess a 3? I have a tendency to overthink things. I'm gonna push this all the way to 7. That is true. I'm trying not to. I prefer radical solutions to doing things slowly and within boundaries. No. If you tell me that I can't do something, or that I don't belong somewhere, or that I must live my life a certain way, my automatic response will be to say fuck you. But I can't describe myself as a radical. I would never bomb a building, for example. You emerge from your shelter, called by a spirit that seems to be an answer to your long lasting needs. The spirit seems ancient and wise, with endless knowledge hidden behind its cunning eyes. I don't need to read any further. That's what I'm gonna go with. In the presence of the spirit, you feel forced to self reflect, facing your dark side and admitting your faults. What do you feel guilty about? Excusing cruelty towards others as loyalty towards your friends. Never done that. Your fight for justice has misfired in the past. I can't really say that I've ever been involved in any fights. You always chase the next big thing, sometimes losing focus on those around you. You might have ghosted someone or simply not spent enough time taking care of those around you. Can't really say that I chase the next big thing, but more often than not, I don't have the kind of social spoons that other people have. So there's plenty of people that would wait like a week for my response, and plenty of people that got angry at that before and left. It's the way that I am. I can't change that. You sometimes catch yourself thinking that you're better than others. This would be a very weird better. This would be like an out of the box better. Like, I don't have the wealth, I don't have the health, I don't have the memory. I can't really, like, if there's people that come in, they're like, oh, you're living such a successful life. And I'm like, am I? Am I? You always try to find the middle ground and rationalize other points of view, even if they're harmful to others. Eh, I can honestly say that some things I do not do and will never do, but I can understand them. And if I didn't try to understand them, I would find that disturbing. Kind of like how you shouldn't other people that do horrible crimes. You should understand how we got to the point and what happened to their psyche for them to be there. If you just push them away with not even like attempt to rationalize, then we'll just end up with more violent crime. Like, that does not help anybody. And yes, some people are beyond help and beyond reproach, but it doesn't help to view the world that way. You believe the end justifies the means, which led you to do some things you regret. I can't say that. I'm gonna go with C, even though I never chased the next big thing. But I definitely ran out of social energy before and just kind of ghosted people. The spirit shares its lessons with you together with rules you must obey to fulfill its wishes. How do you react? You obey with no questions, defy to wait, and you're late to it. You agree to everything it says, knowing it's exactly how great stories start. You ask follow-up questions and clarify anything you're not sure about. I'm not gonna read further, I'm definitely gonna ask follow-up questions. Spirits have various needs, and some of them might be hard to fill. What would you be the least willing to agree to? Refusing to help someone in need, even though you have the means to do so. Lying to someone who counts on you. Stopping the pursuit of your goals in favor of serving someone else. Using the tools of your enemy to further your goals. Losing any memory and knowledge of a topic you're passionate about. Destroying something beautiful and elaborate. Losing respect and becoming a failure in the eyes of others. I'm gonna say stopping the pursuit of your goals in favor of serving someone else, but it's not what I mean. What I would mean by this sentence is not living as the true you, living a pretend life, not doing the things that you're pulled towards doing in order to be someone else. That really sounds like hell to me. As evidenced by my really funky appearance. You return to battle armed with new knowledge and motivation. You just never give up, do you? Why? You just can't let others win? Giving up sends the wrong message. If everyone gives up, who's left to fight? You have people and places worth fighting for. You're too curious to stop. It's simply not in your nature. I'm gonna say that giving up would be something that I would highly struggle with, but it shouldn't be something that's in anyone's nature because the moment you achieve stasis, you may as well be dead. Or depressed. Sometimes you just spend years in stasis, man, and you gotta do what you gotta do to just get out of that hole. Sometimes being in a hole is okay, but it's just if you end up being in a hole for the rest of your life, then there wasn't a life lived. Ooh, Gale Stalker Philodox. Those are words. Gale Stalkers serve Gaia as hunters, trackers, and providers who are known for their hardiness and the relentless of their pursuit. Their patron spirit is North Wind. The role of a Philodox is to preserve and interpret the ways and customs of werewolves, to arbitrate and render judgment based upon the largely oral history of Garrow. So effectively, they placed me as a what? A judge in a hunter tribe? Okay, I can do philosophy bullshit. Fine, I'll sit here and maybe paint some pictures. I don't really feel good or bad about the answer. It's kind of like knowing what type of M&M I am. Nothing changes. But this definitely was fun to do. Just to, think about the questions and philosophize with the rest of you. So, thank you for watching, and I'll come back with more streams later. Maybe some spiritual videos and stuff, all the things that I tend to do. But for now, this has been what type of left sock do I best represent? And it seems like it's the philosopher judge of the hunter-gatherer tribe, which is okay. I'll let my husband do the hunting. I'll do the interpreting, judging, and philosophizing. If you want me to do that, sure, I'll do that. I'll feel kind of weird doing that, considering that. Maybe I'll just be a very lenient judge, like a very forgiving judge, I'll just sit there and interpret how other people are and make people more likely to see each other points of view and forgive for all the ones that can be forgiven. Yeah, that's a nice thought. So thank you for watching. I'll leave the link to this thing in the description down below, and I hope I'm gonna see you next time. Toodaloo.